Welcome back to an episode of StatTech. We're going to be going over today is the Carcajou Split Chest Rig and my full review on it. I did do an overview video back when I first bought it, I think last year or something like that. I've been using it ever since, I wouldn't say heavily, but pretty regularly. I use it at every time I go to the range. All the GSG events I went to, the one that got rained out, and the last one I did, which we have a full part series of. And then I also use it for my own LARPing needs when I'm out in the woods and whenever me and my brother are doing training. So this thing has been put through some trials and tribulations and it's held up pretty good. I'm going to be going over pros and cons. So basically the things I like and don't like, and then some improves that I think Carcajou could do to it, and some of my own modifications that I did. If you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and like and subscribe. You can also join our community. It's in the link below for our Telegram channel. It's free. We also have a premium StatTech Telegram channel, which you pay $6 a month for. It's the #1 way of supporting us and what we do, and also gives you an opportunity to broadcast if you're trying to find new guys to train within your area that are part of our community. We'll put it out to a larger base and hopefully you find somebody. We've had multiple successes in finding people to train with in their area. So if that's something you're interested in, join Telegram Premium, $6 a month. You can pay for the year or for a lifetime. If you are looking to buy high quality kit like such as this split chest rig, there are other chest rigs or plate carriers or other gear that Carcajou offers. We do have a discount code, it's StatTech23. You could also purchase it for a reference link down in the description below. Just a disclaimer before we get into the video, I am a Carcajou affiliate. I get a percentage back for every purchase you make through one of our links or discount code. But I bought this chest rig at full price before I was an affiliate, and this is going to be my honest review of it, what I like, don't like, and what I think it could improve on. All right, just a little back story on this thing is I've been running it since I think August of 2024 or 2023, can't really remember, but I've been using it for over a year now. It's been pretty solid, holds up. I have made some changes to it, so it's not exactly the same. I've done my own modifications because Carcajou doesn't sell some of the things that I was looking for in this chest rig. I thought it was the best option out of some of the ones I was looking at from like Bees Combat Systems or like Tracer Tactical or Blue Force Gear with some of the other split chest rig options that are out there, or even the surplus ones. I wanted something in quality that was going to last me, and then also something that someone else didn't use for extended periods of time and hard use and therefore weakened over time. But so far this has been held up tremendously well through the events I've gone to and the training I've done, and it's been a very solid chest rig. It is on the expensive side. I think it's like $380 something, whereas the base model of it is like $220, which is pretty average when you look at the average price of split chest rigs with a lot of the other, I guess, higher end companies like Bees Combat Systems or Tracer Tactical or Blue Force Gear. So you can get the base model for like $220. That's without the sustainment pouches, and that's only with like the 4-pack and I think regular buckles in the middle. So, and they all come with H harnesses. But yeah, base build of it is the 8-pack. You can change these out to like molly panels if you want to, and there's like a bunch of different configurations you can choose from to better fit your needs if you do choose to order one from Carcajou. It's made of 1,000 denier nylon, and they have Tegris paneling on the inside towards the expander wings, which you can buy expander wings in 2, 3, and 4 row molly. That will help you expand the amount of pouches and capabilities I guess you can put on your chest rig. So now we're going to be going over what I like about this chest rig. What I do like is it's made from a thicker nylon, so 1,000 denier instead of 500 D Cador or whatever. It's very rigid, it's very comfortable, it's very modular. So if you want to change out to what you want and what you don't want, it makes it very easy. It's expandable, so you can add bigger side wings onto it, which right now I have the 3 for their 9 to 5 sustainment pouches, 1 on each side, and you can fit a plethora of things in those. I mostly just use it to carry my nods because I believe you should always be able to carry your nods on your base kit, which helps you sustain, you know, for longer over time. Plus you're not reaching into your backpack looking for your shit. Once it gets dark out, it's right there on your kit. These pouches all have little D-rings on the side, which you can tie down your sensitive items. Like I run in this pouch right here my range finder, which is tied down on some 550 cord and then tied to an S-clip on the D-ring on the sustainment pouch, which allows me to keep that on me and not have to worry about dropping it and losing it. You can also do that with your night vision. They also come with, on the H harnesses, open slits where you can run your comms through, cables through, or your hydration tube, so it's not flapping around and getting in your way. I also like the fact that on the 8-pack you can hold up to 8 30-round magazines, and they give you the option for bungee cord, so you can run bungee cords to cinch down and close up your mag pouches. So if you want to run 1 mag or 2 mags, you can do that, or you can use a shock cord to secure your mags on the top, making them easier to access. I think it's also a requirement for if you're looking for something that's jumpable. You can buy the thing with either the first spear buckle or the 2 regular 1-inch buckles. I got the first spear quick release tube on mine, which really makes it quick. You just pull out and down and it separates. I do actually prefer to run this like this in the summer. It gets really hot and allows a lot of airflow underneath my kit and to my body, and allows me to cool off quicker, which really comes in handy when it's humid out. Back onto the mag pouches is that these are they hold their form very well. So re-indexing and reloading is a lot easier. So you can just take your mag out, put it back in because they hold their shape. There is a lot of molly on the sides of everything, so you can put additional pouches on your kit. Like I like to run on my side of my sustainment pouch right here. It's a Surefire suppressor holder for my can, but I also found out it holds smoke grenades really well from IWA. So I was running that for my last GSG event that I went to, and I was able to easily access my grenade. Also run my radio on this other pouch over here, pretty much by itself. I got a new comms because my Swordness took a shit, and now I got to get a new PTT. So once I get that in, I'll run that up. One of my favorite things, and one of the reasons why I went with a split chest rig, is since I run a DMR platform, is that I can get closer to the ground with the split. So, and I already said it, I like to run it split pretty much anyways, especially in the summer, and I can get lower to the ground in the prone, and that's going to keep you alive. The lower you can get to the ground, the more survivability you have, especially if you have double stack magazines or a plate carrier on, or both. You know, you're going to be a lot higher off the ground, which makes you a target. So being able to get as low to the ground as possible is a very good thing. And then another great thing for the split chest rig is this chest strap. The strap is bungee, so it conforms to your chest pretty nicely, especially if you're breathing heavy or running a lot of kit or something like that. It stretches and it doesn't feel super tight on your chest, like your chest is being restricted while you're breathing heavy. And also, especially if you're running it split like this, it keeps it to your body, so you're not like your shoulder straps or your H harness isn't like coming off on your shoulders if you're running or something. It stays very comfortable on sitting on your body, and it also makes it very quick to take on and off. Like I can take that super quick on and off. One more thing I forgot to add that it's really nice about this chest rig is that they have drain holes on all the pouches and the mag pouches. So if you get submerged and you're completely soaked, it's all going to drain out, and a lot of that water weight will leave your chest rig, so you're not lugging around a lot of water. It's pretty standard, I think, in a lot of tactical equipment is having drain holes, but I know it pretty well from the GSG event that got rained out that we went to when we crossed through the river or stream or whatever that was flooded, and it was like chest high water. This thing was completely submerged while it was also torrential downpour, that the chest rig continued to drain water and didn't really get clogged up. So I wasn't retaining a lot of that water weight in the rig and the material itself. So just being able to have your kit not flooded, it was pretty peak, and it was help keep comfortable. And I also noticed the chest rig with its low, I guess, like breathability areas, it also helped keep me warm when we were also completely soaked. So I kept a lot of that body heat in, which was nice. Now we're going to talk about things that I don't really like about this chest rig, or things that I really struggled with this chest rig. Is that the material, because it's thicker, it's 1,000 deer Cadora, and it's also, we have the Tegaris on the inside paneling. It doesn't really breathe well in very humid environments, hot and humid environments, and it's really comfortable in the winter or fall like it is right now. But like once you get, it's like super humid out and you're really sweating, it doesn't really breathe well. Like I could feel at one of the last event that I went to, I think in July or August, like I could feel the hot air from my body shooting up through the top of my shirt because it was getting trapped around my chest here. Another thing is being able to open it, let you breathe, is a great thing, but it does get a little hot. I did add extra stuff on the inside, so it's going to be into another thing well, we'll keep it to what I don't like. Another thing I didn't like was when you're running it split like this, is that your sustainment pouches on the side become kind of a pain in the ass to get to. So if you're running it closed, you can access them pretty well and get what you need out. Like pull whatever you want out, like your protractors or notebooks or whatever, you get access it pretty easily. Until you pop it open and it's sitting on the side, you have to kind of like pull at it and then unbuckle it, grab what you want, and then I have a hard time putting things back in and basically accessing them and re-indexing them. There's multiple times where I've had to have help to re-index things or get things out, or even just buckle these side pouches, because once it just sits so far back, especially once you got all your kit on, it just becomes it's kind of a pain in the ass. So, but if you're running it closed, it's not so bad. One of the other things I really didn't like was I was paying close to $400 for this chest rig. It was very expensive. I hope this is more of an investment though, and I don't have any failures or equipment failures in the future at any other events that I go to or while I'm training that requires me to either sew it up myself or I have to purchase another piece of equipment to fix it. But if it did fail, I'd probably just go to something else. But like I said, I've been really happy with it for the way it is. It's just something you're gonna have to deal with when you get into split rigs, is that to run them, you do lose a little bit of molly, whether that be 2 extra mags for the 2 rows of molly or 1 row of molly that it takes up. So you do lose a little bit of space. Then it's more of a gripe with the pouch, because you don't have to buy this thing with the sustainment pouches. I did. There's multiple different full bundle kits that you could buy, but these 9x5 sustainment pouches are a bit large and long. So if you're running belt kit like I am, or like you run a handgun, they are going to kind of interfere with that draw or you accessing your mags. Underneath here, I'm just wearing the US Marine Corps belt that they have with a Y harness. And yeah, you can kind of just see what I got running on here. 2 frag pouches. So with how low these sustainment pouches sit, they do interfere with belt kit. So just be aware of that when you're wearing it. So you might want to go with maybe a smaller GP pouch that doesn't sit as low, so you can access your belt a little easier. Also, with having these large 9x5 sustainment pouches on the side, is they are pretty big, and depending on what you like, if you're a pack rat, you do find yourself stuffing a lot of shit in them. Like I was running like a compass, notebook, protractors, like mapping supplies and everything like that, and it was all getting jumbled because there's not like a lot of organization on them. But there is Velcro on the inside, so if you want to separate things, you can do that. And they do cinch down, which is nice. But I do find myself stuffing more stuff in there than I need to. They would also fit like water bottles or something if you want to put that in there. But so I think just having it too big of a pouch, which is a me problem, not really an equipment problem. I just kind of tend to put more things in there. So you can always look at the other bundles. They have different setups in the bundles that you can buy, or you can just buy the base bundle and then the pouches that you want to go on there. But that's basically what I don't like about this chest rig. Now, what I do wish they had and could improve on is, like, I wish it came with the shock cord retention, so you didn't have to like make it or buy your own and then add that to the chest rig, especially if you're already paying that $380, $390 premium, up to $400 for a chest rig. It's expensive. So I feel like those features should already be in there. And then I wish they had an internal document pouch on the inside. I'll probably put another video, is they just secure it with this 4-inch sheet of Velcro, and that kind of holds all the straps and everything together. But I wish you could like utilize that with a document pouch. So I ended up making my own, and I put one on the inside here, and then this is kind of what it looks like, just kind of a zipper pouch, basic. You can fit whatever like documents you want in there, and then hook side or loop side on one side, and then you just rip off the back panel and you slap that on and it'll secure to it. I wish they like offered maybe their own. I ended up just making mine. And it's funny enough is after I made it, and it was at the last USG event, and I was like, I was really having trouble accessing my own document pouch, and it dawned on me, like, I got sleeve pockets and chest pockets, and why not just throw my mapping supplies and like pencils and shit in there, and then I'll just access them, and end up just saving a lot more space, and I haven't really needed to use these. So it's kind of like, I guess, a personal basis. So, but I'm wearing a combat top. If I was wearing like something with less pockets, it'd be good to have a document pouch there. Also is I was able to secure my Gerber knife doing that too, which I put Velcro on the sheath, stuck it to the inside, and then this over to secure it. And that's all held up very great and easy, and it's been pretty good. So those would be my improves on it. You can always add that stuff yourself. It's not really going to change the functionality of it. Like, I haven't put bungee shock cord on my mag pouches, but it's something I do plan on using in the future, at least to make it so I can quickly access my mags even without using the Velcro flap, and maybe run it like a speed mag with having a bungee way to secure it. So a little quicker access than using the Velcro flaps, having it ready to go. And using it at the range, it's been very solid, especially for reloading and re-indexing your mags. And so mag retention is really good with this. I know I like to cycle them. Like, I like to keep the loaded ones in and the empty ones on the outside as I go. Also, you could use a dump pouch, up to you. I'm only just starting to use a dump pouch for the first time. I don't usually train that way, so it's new to me. And I usually just re-index my empty mags. But sometimes, you know, if I put them up front, because I'm always reloading from the front too, I do find myself, if I put an empty mag in there, sometimes grabbing that. And that's, you know, a life or death thing. You can wear this over your plate carrier and plus up. Very good for plussing up. There's like a plethora of options that you can choose from to fit your needs with the split rig. And this is kind of something to let you guys know, is if you're kind of building your kit towards being a drone operator, probably going to split chest rig is not really going to be the best idea. Especially if you want to run like a bridge or something that you can put your phone, I forget what it's called, but you can flip it down and look at your maps or your drone screen from your chest. Probably not going to be the best for you. It's not really going to work with the split function, but I mean, you could try it, but I think it's better, that stuff's kind of more built for more standard chest rigs. Just food for thought kind of thing. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Join our Telegram channel if you haven't already. It's a community of like-minded individuals. Also, support our channel with Telegram Premium, or you can purchase Carcajou products use discount code StatTech23 to save 10%. And guys, I hope you have a great day. Keep training. Even though I guess things are nice-ish or not, you never want to be unprepared for the future. So keep training. Go check out Gray Solutions Group if you want to go to an FTX or something. They got stuff coming out. They also post events in our Telegram. So if you want to be the first to see something like that, some of their matches or events coming up, they get posted in our Telegram. So go ahead and check those out. And thanks guys for watching. Like and subscribe.